We're going to give you a quick overview of the 8000 lower kit. It consists of 3 pieces. One would be a fender piece, one would be a right-hand console, and one would be a back panel. So you have 3 pieces in the kit. There's different configurations for each piece, and I'll get to those in just a second, but you have to go on the website, work your way through it, and it isn't really that difficult to pick out the ones you want, but there's quite a bit of difference between the pieces, so make sure and order the correct part for your particular tractor. If you have any questions, give us a call at 641-390-0321. This is the early 8000 fender, and all the fenders here are made up of similar construction, so I'll go ahead and tell you sort of how they're made and of the materials involved, and that's applicable to all of these. This first fender, or I guess all fenders, are made up of a perforated vinyl face. It's the multi-brown, or P-Boss as John Deere calls it. It's perforated to 18% open. 18% open means that 18% of the material is gone. That way the sound can get through and be absorbed into the foam behind here. They also have an ABS plastic scuff guard on all of them. And on the back, there's foam. Foam's very important for sound absorption. It's critical. Make sure if you get one from some other aftermarket outfit that they do have foam on the back. If you see the way it's constructed here, perforated vinyl, foam rubber, ABS plastic, foam again, plus the scuff guard. Another thing you want to look at on these parts is the way they're constructed. It has limited amount of stress. If you look at this part down here towards the bottom, you zoom in on that, you can see that it has quite a lot of grain, and as you move up the part, the grain is still retained. That means when we form these things, we're not stressing the part a lot. A lot of times when people make these things, they get them too hot or make some other mistakes. There's a lot of little tricks to having these come out with limited amount of stress on the materials. The less stress on this vinyl, the longer your part's going to last. So these are really nicely constructed pieces. We think they will last as long or longer than the originals. So this would be for an early 8000 tractor, like I said. This next configuration, this would be for one that has the console box, or I guess they call them field offices. A field office fits inside there. You can see it's a rectangular hole. This next one is constructed for a buddy seat. Buddy seat fits through there. Also the holes are in the plastic for mounting of the buddy seat. There's also a hole here for an option if you need to cut that out. And the last but not least, because this is probably the most common configuration of the bunch, it's a cup holder. It's a ABS cup holder. And the construction of the part is the same as the others. So those are your 4 choices when it comes to the fenders. These are your 3 options for your back panel. There's one option with 2 individual holes and a notch, and then there's 2 of them that have 2 notches, but they are different. As you can see right here, how much narrower this one is, how much wider it is on this front piece. So you have to get on the website and check to make sure you're getting the right part for the right series of tractor. If there's any question at all, you just call up and we'll get you straightened away on it, make sure you get the right parts. So these are your 3 options for the back panel. The construction of this part is very similar to the fender. It's perforated vinyl, matches John Deere color perfectly. 18% perforated, foam, then ABS plastic, and it also has foam on the back for sound absorption. So very similar to the fenders. This is a John Deere 8000 console piece. Comes in 3 different options. Construction of these is similar to the fender and the back panel. It's a perforated vinyl facing with a 1/4 inch foam on it, plus there's foam on the back of this part and ABS backing. These parts are very similar. The big difference is where the louvers fit in these holes right here. The louver in this one actually fits on the outside and holds this piece in. We'll push up against here. And these other two, actually the louver sits inside of this hole. So you'll see there's a difference in construction where these edges are all finished and wrapped around, and this one in the front here is a raw foam edge. That's because the louver actually fits around the perimeter of that. And these other two, it goes on the inside. So it's very important that you make sure you know which one of these you want when you order, so we get you the right part.